Full lights, start sound, camera, action. BabuKishan's spotlight.
Hi, my name is Aronjit Lageri. Born in 1973 back in Delhi in India. So after that, I have three siblings, two of my elder brothers, so I'm the youngest one in the house. So in terms of my parents, my father, he's retired from All India Institute of Medical Sciences. He was the senior administrator in the cardiac department. And my mother, she was a housewife. So my schooling actually happened in the Sarojini Nagar, New Delhi area in India, where I did my elementary, senior school, and high school there. Once I graduated my school diploma, I went to do this competitive program of medical radiation science, which was a 3-year university degree, Bachelor of Science degree from All India Institute of Medical Sciences in Delhi. Once I graduated from All India Institute of Medical Sciences, I topped in my program, and the institute gave me the position of technologist there. So we started the first MRI unit at All India Institute of Medical Sciences with our professor there. At that time, we're talking about 1994, 95. And I was privileged to be part of that. I worked there about 2 years. And had a very excellent relationship with all the doctors there and professionals there, which really prompted me to gear and start about this career, and which really motivated me to come into this profession even more than before. When I was in New Delhi, India, it was about 2 years of work experience, and at the same time, the immigration for Canada was happening in the point system category. It just by accident, I just saw the advertisement in the newspaper. I was very fond of reading the newspaper, so at the same time I noticed there is an advertisement going on for immigration, and I applied for it, and to my surprise, I got the call from them to come for an interview. It happened very rapidly. At those days, things happen for immigration very quickly if you are in the professional category. So they invited me in about 3 months after the interview with the immigration officer. I was given PR's permanent residency immigration papers, and there's a little thing about it that he actually invited me to come to the embassy and receive the papers. So I went there, and the first day he called me. He said, "You know what? Come on over here to the embassy, and if you want, I can give you the papers." So I went over to the immigration department, and I was invited into the embassy inside. He showed me, and then he explained me about the health situation in Canada. We're talking about 1995 now. In 1995, it was a recession here in the health sector. So he advised me not to go at the moment. He said, delay your PR status and go a little bit later, which I decided, no, I will proceed now. I have a very young mind at that time. I want to explore. I want to go there. I want to see what's happening. And so here we go. He gave me the PR papers, and 95 December, I landed in Canada. So when I landed in Canada, that was 24th of December, 1995. I was so happy to be here. It's like a milestone I have achieved in my life. Amazing, Canada. I landed and my heart was like happy. I'm full of happiness. My dream have actually come true. That's how I felt. And really speaking, it is a good country. It is a country that has given me so much. Landed here in 1995. Obviously, as a new immigrant, new professional, I gone through things. I reviewed my papers and reviewed my professional status here. did my licensing exams over the year. So I did support him during that time myself. So I did some odd jobs during that time, and that was my struggling period, I should say. But overall, even in those days, I made good friends who helped each others. We helped each other out, and it was a good couple of years there. I will say 1995 about 1998 is the period where I really struggled, and at the time when I was feeling like it is difficult. It is difficult for me to go from here. So in about 1998, 2000, during these 2 years, as I was struggling through my professional evaluations and at the same time trying to balance my life. But I only had one thing in my mind, is that I want to return to my profession, no matter what. My friends, my families supported me for that venture, and we did what we should do. And it is just by situation. A job came out in US, which I noticed. There were a lot of recession in Canada, but US was booming. United States was booming. So they were looking for technologists all over Canada who were professionals and had Canadian PR. So at this very juncture, I applied for a couple of them. And I was very lucky that they hired me for that. And they hired me into a city called Michigan. So it's a state, actually. It's the state of Michigan. And I was hired to work there as a chief technologist at that time. With my level of education and the Bachelor of Science and a couple of years experience and my expertise in MRI, they were looking for that. And I was lucky enough to be there at that time. It is the year about 1999-2000 where I went over there. They had me do a refresher course, just an upgrade kind of course, and I passed the licensing exam. And in 2000, I was working in US. That's it. And I'm back in my profession there in the year of 2000. I was also hired at the same time to work and teach the professional technologists over there. I was part of the faculty of education at Lake Michigan College in year 2001. And I did taught a class in special equipment in radiography. I was very fortunate and very lucky, I should say, that the people that I worked with and the professionals that were there were liking my work, were liking my work ethics, and they did like the way we deal with professionals and our patient care status there. It was amazing. I never feel like I'm disconnected there. Although it was a different country for me, moving from India to Canada and coming back to US. But the most professional and foreign experience, I should say, I gained in Michigan. And that's in the year 2000, 2001. So meanwhile, it's about 1995 or 98, in between those years, as I was struggling. It was hard to support and look into the education side, which I noticed if I have a companion with me, I would be better off, so we can support each other. So in about a year, 96, 97, I met my present wife, I should say, the present wife that I have, and that's my only wife. So it's in 97 we married, and that's the time we get together. She supported me throughout. She's the one who actually encouraged me to study towards this profession and coming back to the profession. And then coming back to US, when I went over there in a couple months, I gave them the papers, and then my wife, and by then I have my youngest son, and they both move over there. So, and then we stayed together from 2005 till about 2004. So in year 2000 to 2004, we were settled in US, city of St. Joseph, Lake Michigan, के पास में है, and it is a beautiful, beautiful city in US. That's where actually my professional foreign experience kind of started. So I will say about 2000, 2001, where where we started this professional career from there. The hospital directors were very friendly with me. I was given an H-1B status in US at that time. My wife and children were with me, and they were on a legal H-1B status as well. So I could have stayed there for 6 years, and they were in process of putting my green card and moving on further. But as you say, things sometimes doesn't happen the way you want. So my wife is from Toronto. So at the time we decided to move back as a family. His dad was not feeling well. So we returned back in year 2004. And then I joined the University Health Network in Toronto. It's a hospital, it's called Mount Sinai there. I worked there just a little bit, and maybe about a year and a half or so, and then I moved to BC, British Columbia here. So I have been traveling all over Canada, I should say that. Worked in University of BC and Surrey Memorial Hospital back then. Stayed about 2 years here. And obviously I did have my Canadian licenses in between. So I was qualified by the Canadian Association of Medical Radiation Technologists. Back in UBC, we were working with MS Research Group. Dr. Alex McKay is a medical physicist, is a very well-known figure in University of BC here. Have taught at the professor levels there. He's a professor, senior professor there. So I had an opportunity to learn with these excellent professionals and professors in the field, which has created in me the eagerness to teach. And that is how I get connected with all these medical professional societies now. So I'm a part of the British Columbia Association of Medical Radiation Technologists as well. I was also an educator status with the Missionary Institute at Toronto, which is affiliated with the University of Toronto, which gives the professional education in the field of radiation technology. Now, radiation technology is just not radiation technology. It's a very, very vast field. Just to tell the viewers, the radiation technology includes X-ray technology, nuclear medicine technology, radiation therapy, and MRI, which is magnetic resonance imaging. Now, MRI, which is a field that I have been from the very, very beginning, and my whole experience lies in that. So, magnetic resonance imaging has evolved so much that it's advanced so much now that it can check any and all of the diseases that the body carries. The magnetic resonance imaging, if I want to talk a little bit about this, is it is a field which has come up so far and so advanced that is able to see any kind of diseases that are happening within the body. It has become one of the essential tools in the diagnostic imaging department. MRI today can see any of the related diseases to heart, to pancreas, to liver, to prostate, to brain, any metastatic diseases in terms of cancer that can spread in the body and eat away your body can be noticed and seen in the MRI at the very early stages. Now, MRI works in conjunction with definitely other modalities, and they have other roles. So they have the additional roles of supporting. So MRI, the doctor just doesn't want to give an MRI just like that, because MRI is as you notice, there's a waiting. It's a busy department, but there are screening processes that happens before the MRI can be done. So doctors usually go through an ultrasound, an X-ray, blood test, just to narrow down if they really want you to put towards MRI. Now, MRI is loved by the sports orthopedicians. They love it because the type of muscle, the way the muscle can appear in MRI, it cannot be seen in any other modality. Any other type of X-ray or CT scan cannot capture that kind of detail. We are able to see the muscles, the tendons, the nerves, the blood vessels as they're coming out, as they're laid out in the joints, as the joints move. We're able to see the clarity and the perfection in the joints. And the doctors are able to just pinpoint and say, you know what, there is the problem. Regarding MRI is an important tool when it comes to soft tissue imaging. So in terms of soft tissues, the body is mostly soft tissue including. In terms of muscles, blood vessels, organs, they're all soft tissue. So the important part of MRI is the way it is created. It is the way the image is created. The best part, there is no radiation. There is no X radiation. It's not harmful to your body at all. Precautions, yes. It's a magnetic field. We want to make sure the metal components you have. Some people have metal joints. Some people have pacemakers. Some people have rods and pins in the joints as they had fractures in the past because they're a sports person or they had injuries. But that particular metal has to be seen and cleared by the MRI technologist in conjunction with the specialist at that department to see the safety of that metal in the magnetic field. Now, coming to an MRI, you are coming to a very, very strong magnetic field. No worries, it's not harmful to you. It is very good machine for you. But we just want to be safe. Is magnet actually pulls metal, and it pulls the metal that are ferromagnetic. Ferromagnetic means the metal that has iron in it. So the magnet will pull those towards it. If it doesn't pull, it has the ability to heat it up. And the MRI technologist is trained to understand that side of it. So the MRI technologist will make sure that you are safer to go in MRI with your mechanical equipment or metal that you have in your body prior to your test. And this is a type of the interview process that an MRI technologist does with you when you're coming to an MRI. It's called an MRI interview or screening form that he fills and evaluates with you prior to going to an MRI. Now, MRI, on the other hand, is a cylindrical tube that you lie down inside. I'm just giving you a little bit of overview how the MRI happens and what happens during the process. So it's a cylindrical tube which makes a little bit of noise, so you get ear protections as the imaging is going on. The noise that it's producing is actually radio frequencies and the electrical gradients of the machine that are vibrating to produce the magnetic resonance imaging. So it's creating that resonance in it. And with the availability of radio frequency and the magnetic field, it produces an amazing quality of image that's just amazing. You just gotta see on the internet. You're able to Google some MRI images of organs and tissues and the human face. You can see the clarity of the muscles, the bones, the joints. It's just amazing. And the doctors are loving it so much these days because the MRI has gone far so advanced now that we are able to just see your blood vessels. We are able to see the flow of your body, where the blood is flowing through, how the joints are being fed. We are able to subtract the muscles and tissues and just treat the vessels. So it is an exciting field. It is an exciting field, and I think as a general public, as a general communities, we should know about this profession. We should know the abilities of this profession and what it's going to do for us. Being an MRI for last 15 to 17 years, I can say that to the newcomers, to the people who wants to come into this profession, it's a lovely profession. It's a profession where you will love it. If you love computers, if you love patient care, if you love the imaging side of it, if you love the technicalities of it, it is the right profession for you. There are lots of jobs in this profession, and they're well organized and well suited for the professionals who wants to come to this. There are a lot of openings happening at the moment throughout the country in the health sector, and unfortunately, MRI is not being looked up by the students. So it has been always missed a little bit. We need these professionals. We need you to come into this profession, to join it, and do the work with us for that. The MRI programs are in BC are provided at British Columbia Institute of Technology, and one of my colleagues is the chair of the program is Dominic. So Dominic, he is also a supervisor at the RCH Hospital, and we work very closely in teaching students at our facilities. I would really encourage you to come to this profession. It is a profession where you will enjoy working with the specialists on a day-to-day basis. All specialists will come to you, discuss with you, so you will feel the welcome, like an important part of the team in the health. You are never being away from it. You will be the more focused part of it. So if you like the challenge, if you like the medical field, this is where you want to be, MRI.